Africa's financial services are shaped by high-impact entrepreneurs. That's according to Dr. Dana Redford from Policy and Experimentation and Evaluation Platform. Joins us now. Thank you so much, Dana, for your time today. You watch stories like that of people who didn't think they could do it and now suddenly find that they can, and somebody shows them that there is a path in a way to get this done. But before we get to some of those nitty-gritties, let's just define high-impact entrepreneurship. What is that?
Well, high-impact entrepreneurship is talking about the type of entrepreneurship which creates lots of jobs and wealth creation. Okay. These are entrepreneurs that come into a market and innovate and create an impact in their economies.
So it's not somebody who's just getting into it because they lost a job and they just need something to get them by. They actually are wanting to build possibly empires that they can onsell.
Yes, yeah. You would call those more lifestyle entrepreneurs, or we talk in the lower echelon of talking about lifestyle and sustaining a job for oneself, a necessity-based entrepreneurship. This is opportunity-based entrepreneurship.
So how prevalent is high-impact entrepreneurship on the continent?
Well, in terms of prevalence in beyond Africa, anywhere, it's these are, of course, less. There are fewer high-impact entrepreneurs. We're talking about the top percentage of entrepreneurs who have a disproportional impact on the job creation. So if you look at low impact and medium impact entrepreneurship, that is about the same as you would see for high impact entrepreneurship in terms of job creation and wealth creation.
Okay, so talk us through what you were studying specifically.
Yes, so I came to Africa. We're based in Lisbon, Portugal, and came to Portuguese-speaking Africa and saw the phenomenon of new banks being created in the last 10 years. Yeah. These are banks that have grown to be market leaders. We look in Angola with Banco Atlântico, in Mozambique with Banco Único. Here we also see new financial services coming on in South Africa, in Equity Bank in Kenya. These are all success stories. In Ghana, also looking at Fidelity Bank. Yes. These are the 4 case studies of banks that have created a massive impact in their market, really serving customers. And the most important thing is that this is African entrepreneurs for African markets.
What are they doing differently?
I think that one of the concepts behind the book is that entrepreneurial bankers and high-impact entrepreneurial bankers are able to serve entrepreneurs more because they understand their needs. Okay. And this is one of the basis of why we study this phenomenon.
And that's interesting because when you look at mobile money, for example, African countries have managed to leapfrog a lot of the developed world when it comes to that. So skipping the more traditional banking and going straight into using your cell phone to actually transact. Could this be yet another game changer?
Yes, so if you look at fintech, I mean, you're exactly correct. Here in Africa, you see incredible things that are going on. And we look for innovation from the African market. You can't look in Europe or the United States and say that a bank was created in the last 10 years and became a market leader. So I think that there's lots of room here for beyond just mobile money. There are other ways in which the unbanked population in Africa still need to be served and can do lots of things to help serve this market.
Do you think that there are lessons here for the traditional banking model that could be taken?
I think for sure. One of the things about the traditional banking sector is a sort of high-cost area.
And centralized, right? All the decisions made from headquarters.
For sure, for sure. Well, there does need to be a sense of compliance. We have an excellent first chapter by a colleague here, Professor Verta Hartgrove. She works at the School of Accounting here in the University of Johannesburg, and Professor Verhoff, she looks at the history of the financial services sector, and we can really see how South Africa has a strong tradition here in terms of the continent. And we look at how these growth patterns have happened here, and we also look at that in other countries, which are quite different.
Yeah.